Given a choice, you would want to have more confidence, not less, isn't it? But does more confidence mean more success? Hi, welcome to Book2, a channel dedicated to bring you the practical ideas by leading researchers and leaders that will help you to be the best version of yourself. If this is something you like, consider subscribing to the channel. Today's book, Perfectly Confident, is written by Don Moore, who teaches leadership and communication and has done extensive research on overconfidence. In this video, I'll share some specific strategies that will help you to make good decisions and improve your odds of success by having the right kind of confidence. This can be done by making an impact even when you feel you lack confidence, getting more success while making less mistakes, and having perfect confidence in any difficult situation that you face. Let's start with increased accuracy over confidence. Examples of how confidence helps people to perform better are all around us. More confident athletes win, more confident politicians get elected, and more confident business people succeed. So it seems natural that confidence leads to success. But is it really the case? Imagine yourself about to do rope walking. Now, if you have never done anything like this, your skills will be zero. But if your friend comes along, motivating you to do it, he builds your confidence by reminding you of all your previous risks that you took. He says if anybody can do it, it is you, and asks you to dig deep and find the courage and confidence to do it. Question is, will you do it? Maybe no. So is it the confidence that helps you to succeed, or is both your confidence and your success the result of your skills, preparation, and abilities? Truth is, you don't need more confidence to do well, but you need more preparation. Confidence is a natural byproduct when you are prepared. This takes us directly to the second aspect of confidence, which is having less confidence. Is the bad reputation of low confidence justified? If you are a student and are confident that you will clear your exams comfortably versus your friend who is not so sure, who do you think will prepare more for the exam? And who do you think will have better chances of scoring well in it? You get the idea. It's good to have low confidence in areas where you don't have experience, as long as you prepare for it. In the story of tortoise and hare, the hare is so confident he's faster than the tortoise that he believes he can take it easy and still win. So he takes a break, relaxes, does a little shopping, goes for massage, stops by his favorite bar for a drink, and takes a nap while the tortoise passes him. When performance depends on effort, being too sure of yourself can lead to disastrous consequences. Now, instead of attempting to pick a winner in the competition between overconfidence and underconfidence, I recommend the middle way. But is there a way for you to have perfect confidence? If your extra confidence makes you commit mistakes, you don't want that. But if your low confidence makes you avoid action and miss opportunities, you don't want that either. What you need is a realistic confidence that helps you make most of whatever circumstances you find yourself in. Although having the right amount of confidence is not easy, but here's something that will increase your chances significantly. Whenever you are eager to jump to action because you feel confident but you don't have any direct experience, ask yourself why you might be wrong. This simple question can go a long way to help you uncover and correct your biases. Another thing that you can do is to run it through someone who you respect but whose perspective is different than yours, and really try to see and understand their point of view. This will help you to moderate your confidence and approach. And the same applies when you feel less confident. It's time to self-correct by asking, what's the best thing that can happen? Like when you join a new job and are having doubts if you can deliver. At this time, speaking to people who are way ahead of you in their careers may help you to moderate your confidence again by realizing that everyone goes through this phase and you will eventually settle. Moderating your confidence like this, when it's high as a mountain or as low as a valley, increases your odds of making the right decision and hence most favorable outcomes. That's how perfect confidence helps you. That's it for this video. If you like the idea from this book, do subscribe to keep getting learnings from some of the best books of the world.